Hello, my name is Elia and welcome to my course reflection video for figure drawing and entertainment design. So to get started, I was super excited to jump into this class because I basically have been focusing on nothing but human portraits since I started drawing. It was just what I was drawn to. I think there's a lot to be told in the human face and human expression. But was super excited for this class because there's even more to be told in, overall body language. So it was really looking forward to this one, and it turned out to be my favorite class so far. So I was really happy with this course. As you can see, we started here with just basic skeletal structure and skeletal form. This was such a great assignment to start with because it gave us a great foundation and understanding of the basics and where to begin. So I had no idea that, um, we're 8 heads tall and 3 heads wide, and uh, there's so many different proportions that go into creating the length of the arm and from the hip to the knee to the ankle, things like that, and then the space between the pelvis and torso. Just a lot goes into it. So, with as simple as it looks, there's a lot to unpack here, and it was really great information to learn and really helped me as I move forward in the course. So, after that, we jumped into building on top of that skeletal structure. So, on top of that skeleton, we went ahead and created primary forms to symbolize or act as where certain muscles and parts of the body are going to go, but just in a very simplistic way. So that way it's easy to see, it's easy to understand, and it's easy to digest. So this was really great to have on hand. I think both references are super awesome to reference. Could always go back and reference these. And again, having those proportions, the guides were amazing. That way everything was exact and the same and correct. Really, really gave a great understanding for where to move forward. So, love this. Had a great time unpacking the primary forms. It was super fun to do this, in my opinion. Picking that reference and then putting your knowledge to the test and seeing, okay, do I really know where these primary forms go and how they connect and interact with one another? So I had a great time with this assignment because this is just, you get these cylindrical shapes. You go ahead and connect them through those primary forms and really see how they interact. It really shows movement and direction and was a great way to get a first feel for, that figure drawing and overall form. So from there, we just keep on building and we moved right into the figure drawing from here. So with all of this basic info that we were given, these great foundations, we moved right into, not that, we moved right into figure drawing. So I was really nervous to submit these at first because these were my first 2 sessions. Really nervous just because I felt they were super sloppy, really all over the place. And wow, is it hard going from one 30-second drawing to another, even with the 60-second ones. So I this is where I started, kind of had that skeletal form. And then as the time expanded, so did my attention to detail and such. Had a little bit of an upset here in the 3rd week. Just kind of trying to go ahead and move forward. I got a little too excited. My focus shifted on making things pretty instead of really focusing on where are those primary forms, where are those really strong skeletal structures to build off of. And as a result, you can see got some wonkiness here, and this is too thin. Kind of looks, her shoulders look broken here, things like that. So definitely needed to focus more so on foundation, rather than I want things to look pretty in a minute, which of course we all do, but definitely more important things to focus on. So that's what I did this week. And I'm really proud of how it turned out. And, I feel like my minute drawings, they look sloppier than the previous week, but definitely more accurate because they show those primary forms, very sloppy primary forms. And I'm not really focused on getting the body to connect, and look like one whole figure. I'm just focused on skeletal structure, very strong skeletal structures, and strong primary forms to build off of in the next drawings, which is what I did here. Had some really difficult poses. This one was super hard for me. Really struggled. But yeah, overall, I feel like they look more accurate this week. I feel better about them this week. Definitely room for improvement, of course, there always is. But just really happy with the transition and progress that I've made over the course of the past 4 weeks. So yeah, and then before I forget, we also covered the upper and lower musculature forms. This was really in-depth and something that I really enjoyed going over because it really builds upon, okay, what's in those primary forms? What do those primary forms represent? And what are they placed there to represent? So this was really great to see how the muscles actually interact and connect with one another. And in this one specifically, like getting that feedback that, okay, we had some gapping here where our lats met our obliques and our glutes, just some adjustments needing to be made there. But overall was very, very insightful and great information to have. And I'm so thankful to have had this course to really strengthen my knowledge in all of those things. So with that being said, I apologize. I tend to ramble. But I just wanted to thank Paul for such an amazing class this month. It was such a great time, and I just feel like I learned so much. It's going to definitely jumpstart my, my future. and not just, drawing, but in character animation and things like that, because having this basic knowledge and this strong foundation of how the human body is composed and built up upon and how it moves and stuff really gives you that better understanding of okay, this is how movement works, this is where this is in relation to that. I just feel so much better approaching proportions and the human body as a whole overall, and not just focusing on the facial structures. So it was fantastic information to have. This was my first time figure drawing. Definitely felt awkward, but I'm really happy with where my progress is. I found that doing these drawing sessions once a day, or at least a couple times a week, really strengthens the comfortability level. I'm really getting to see what my potential is here with figure drawing, and I'm really pushing myself to be better with that. So it's really exciting stuff. And yeah, overall, I was just extremely happy with the course, and cannot wait to apply all of this amazing knowledge to future courses and see how it strengthens my work. So again, thank you, Paul, for such an amazing class this month. I can't wait to keep going, and I hope to see you in the future. So thank you so much.